So this year so far, we've been able to do projects with the Moches agency, the modeling agency, where we were able to dress the models for the World Under 20 Olympics, and Absa Kipkeino Classic, where they were launching a new project with Kipchoge Keino. And before COVID, I got to travel to Milan for the Milano to represent Kenya for the fashion designers who were meeting the Italian designers for the fabric. It was a fabric conference where we get to learn different designers from Italy mixing with African designers. I would say it was a big boost for me because I came back thinking differently, imagining differently, and doing things differently. I went to the University of Nairobi, studied maths and statistics and public relations, but I never went to school again for this. As it is, I learn on the job as we move, because different things happen every single day. Like fashion keeps changing like every single day. So you get to learn different things on the job. Yeah, I didn't go back to school. I didn't even study for fashion and design. The team that I work with as it is, I have my siblings, of course, who we run the shop with. My sisters and my brother, they usually have different things that they're doing at the shop. And then I have 6 tailors. But what happens, I don't look at what they can do at that given time. They're willing, if they're willing to learn, that's what I look at. Their willingness to learn on different things, because as I said, today you'll get a client who wants a jacket in Ankara. Tomorrow there's a client who wants a jacket in sequins. It's like a different event every single day. So if you get someone who is willing to learn and perfect their skills, those are the people I'm willing to work with. And so far, I would say that I have that team with me here. On instances where we get to reach to a point where like the outfit is out of hand and it needs like for you to go back to your pocket, you have to, because at the end of the day, if you want to maintain that client, you have to do everything possible to make sure that the client has what they wanted. But most of the time, it's something that can be repaired. If it goes to that point, then you get back to your pocket and just make sure that the mess is fixed. And there are times where it's just too much, you just refund the client the money. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Worst case scenario.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you just have to refund the client because it's time and they've not gotten their outfit, and maybe the event is the next day and you're sure like you're not going to hack it, you just refund. By the time a client gets here, there are 2 things that happen. It's a client who comes and they want their outfit and they will come for it. And then there's a client who will come, they've planned for an event, especially during this time of COVID, and then lockdown happens, they don't pick their outfits. So normally what happens, you secure what we call like the security has to be a deposit. So that pushes the client to come and pick their outfits. But it's not all the time that you'll get things working your way. Some of the time they'll come for their outfit, some of the time they won't come. You'd probably deliver an outfit and then they disappear. They'll just say, let me go back, then let me go in the house and do fittings, then I'll let you know. They disappear. But those are things you just deal with because you find a way of replacing that loss. The thing I do for fun is dancing with my siblings. I'll do that all the time, every day. It's because I find it fun. Most of the time you'd work in the shop, maybe we don't have clients or we are waiting for a client to walk in. If you see most of my videos on social media, I'm dancing with my brother, I'm dancing with my sisters. Like that's what I would do most of the time, or just chill with my friends. two instances where I felt like giving up. It was the first time when we showcased at the Fashion and Beauty Expo, where we made so many outfits. It was like 25 different outfits we showcased, and then we were just there not selling and everything, and I was just like, can I do something different, because I don't think I did this the right way. But then again, it turned out most of these exhibitions that you go, the expos, you don't get the impact immediately. You get to sell your stuff because you've given out your cards. So people will call you maybe 1 week later, a month later, and that's how you get your returns. So holding on to that, the other one was the other incident where I got robbed. So I was like, can I go back home and just restructure my life and think of something else to do? But at the back of your mind, you're like, what else can you do, because this has been your life. Over the years, what I've been doing is I've been doing so much research, because you cannot just sit and say, okay, everyone loves Ankara, so we're just going to make Ankara. It's going to be plain, it's going to be flat, and then there is no progress. So you just do a lot of research. You see what other people are doing, what can you do differently, what can you introduce new to the market. Like, it's just a matter of doing research and not sleeping on the job. What I've noticed so far, it's what people see on social media. They take that as their end product. Like, that's the life you're living. There are days where we don't sleep. There are days where you don't get it right, but you learn and you correct your mistakes. There are days where you're not in the mood, but whatever you post on social media is different from what you're feeling. So people might see maybe you're posting a gown and they are taken by it. They're like, oh my God, she's doing so well. But there are just days where you're just human. You're not feeling well, you're not in the mood, it's not working, things are just upside down, but you find a way of recollecting yourself and just forging on, because there are better days. We have better days, absolutely. I wouldn't say that I would change everything, because if I was to change anything from the past, I wouldn't be here. If I was so perfect back then, I wouldn't be here. So it kind of shapes you. Your faults kind of shape you to the person you are right now. So I take everything as a learning experience, and I want to learn more. I want to be better. I'm not where I want to be, but so far so good. I can't complain. Some of the clients that I've been able to work with is Coke, through Coke Studio and the World Cup Tour. Sauti Soul, Yemi Alade. I've had the privilege to dress Jason Derulo, Flavor, who else? I've dressed so many people. Right now it's the list is disappearing, the council. I've dressed so many local artists. Like, I don't take it for granted. I'm so grateful, because they are the people who I've gotten here because of them. The awards I've won so far, the Kenya Fashion Awards, Designer to Watch. I got nominated for the Swahili Fashion Week, Designer of the Year, but it went to my aunt, Sylvia Wori. What I'm now looking at is launching my ready-to-wear line, where I'll be opening different shops, different locations, and it will be rolling out in the near future. Most of our pieces, the pricing will depend on the fabrics a client chooses and the design. We have pieces that can from 2,500, from 2,000 to infinity, because someone will come with a gown, someone just wants a top. Like, it's different. The pricing is different from 2,000 to infinity. Yeah, I wouldn't put like a definite, but most of our price range is 8.5, 6.5 to 12.5. Most of the clients that we deal with. It's a long journey. It's a tough journey. It's not easy, but keep going. the minute you want to give up is when something big is happening. So just keep going, don't stop. It's not a bed of roses, but just do it until you get to where you want to be. I have some of the local entrepreneurs that I look up to. They are mostly my friends because we get to discuss different challenges we are facing. It doesn't have to be in the fashion industry, but it's like we are all in business. The same challenges you might be facing, I might face them in the near future. So I would give, I have my friend who's called Philbert. We're in the same industry of Finta fashion. We get to discuss so many things, we interact so many times. I have my friend who does hair. She's called Angie. She does luxury hair by Angie. We get to discuss so many things, and we've known each other for so long, and our progress is almost the same, because from where we started to where we are, it's kind of like it's a gradual process, but it's a successful one. The thing that gives me the most joy, like you've just seen right now, when a client comes and fits, they are confident, they are happy with what we've done for them. I think I go home knowing my day is done and it's a good day because I made someone happy. The advice I would give to an upcoming entrepreneur would be, you have to have the passion for it. Like I said, it's not easy. It's not rosy every day. So if anything was to happen day one and it doesn't meet your expectation, don't give up. There are better days, there are bad days, but if you have the passion for it, you will be willing to learn and know that there are better days to come. Believe in yourself, be true to yourself, and you will hack this life without being dependent on strangers. My mantra is always never give up. No matter how you wake up, no matter how you feel, just wake up and do something. It will change your mentality as you go. So don't give up and just forge on.